Hello, how are you, everyone? Welcome to our English Learning Podcast. I'm Agnes, and I'm so happy to have you all here with us today, whether you're listening from your home, walking outside, or just taking a break. Thank you for choosing to spend time with us. We truly appreciate it. This is your safe place to grow in English. You don't need to be perfect. You only need to be here, be curious, and keep learning. And guess what? Today's topic is something very special. Something that can change the way you speak, write, and understand English. So get ready.
Hey everyone, I'm Jasper, and I'm super excited too, Agnes. You made that sound so interesting. Now, I'm curious. What exactly are we going to talk about today?
Great question, Jasper. Today, we are going to talk about something that touches every sentence we say in English, something you use all the time, even if you don't always notice it. The topic is tenses in English grammar, the heart of every sentence.
Oh wow, tenses. That's powerful, and yes, it's true without tenses. Sentences have no time. They have no life. They don't tell us when something happened. Imagine saying I eat instead of I ate or I will eat. People could get really confused. Tenses help us tell the story of time.
Exactly, Jasper. Think about this. Tenses are like time machines. They allow us to go to the past, stay in the present, or dream about the future. When you master English tenses, you can explain your life, your plans, your feelings, your goals, everything clearly and confidently. Isn't that beautiful?
Yes, and I know many learners struggle with tenses, but don't worry, friends. In this podcast, we're going to break things down in the simplest way. We'll talk about what tenses are, why they matter, and give lots of examples you can really understand.
Let's first understand this. English has three main times: past, present, and future. Each of these has simple, continuous, perfect, and perfect continuous forms. That's why people say there are 12 tenses, but don't be scared. We will not throw all of them at you at once.
That's right. We'll take it step by step. First, we want to help you understand why learning tenses is important. When you understand tenses, you don't just learn rules. You become more free in the way you use English. You can say more, mean more, and connect more.
And you also become a better listener and reader. When someone says, "I've been working all day," you'll know they mean it started in the past and is still happening now. Isn't that amazing? It's like learning how to read people's time map.
Yes. So, dear listeners, today we invite you to explore this journey with us. Open your mind. Don't worry about mistakes. We're here to help you understand and enjoy learning tenses slowly, clearly, and kindly.
Before we move deeper, let us say a big thank you to all our listeners, subscribers, and fans who are learning English with us from different countries. We are proud of you, and we're honored to be a part of your learning journey.
So, let's start by looking at one of the most common and important tenses in English, the simple present tense. This tense is used in everyday life more than you might think. It helps us talk about things we do regularly, facts, and truths that don't change. For example, if I say, I eat breakfast at 7 a.m., that means it is something I usually do. It's a habit. If I say, the sun rises in the east, that's a fact. The simple present helps us say all these things clearly.
That's right, Jasper. And here's the thing. Simple present might look simple, but it's very important. We use it to describe ourselves, our lives, and the world around us. For example, I like music. She works in a school. We play football every weekend. These are not past or future events. These are things that are true now or true always. So when learners master the simple present, they can start expressing who they are.
And here's something interesting for our listeners. In the simple present, the verb changes when we talk about he, she, or it. So we say, I work, you work, but he works, she works. It works. That little s at the end is small, but powerful. It shows us who the subject is, and it's something many learners forget.
Yes, that little s is easy to miss, but it's so important. Let me give you some clear examples. I play the piano. Gives, but gives my sister plays the piano. They eat lunch at noon. Gives, but gives he eats lunch at noon. When we understand this rule, our English becomes more correct. And people can understand us more clearly.
Now let's take another step. What if we want to talk about something happening right now? Not a habit, not a fact, something we are doing at this moment. Then we need the present continuous tense.
Oh yes, the present continuous. This one is also super useful. We form it by using the verb to be and adding into the main verb. For example, I am talking. You are listening. She is cooking. They are playing. It's the perfect tense for what is going on right now.
Exactly. So if you're listening to this podcast, you can say, I am listening to an English podcast. If you're drinking tea, you say, I am drinking tea. This tense makes your English sound alive and real.
And it's also great for talking about things that are happening around now, even if not at this very second. For example, I'm reading a great book these days. That doesn't mean right now. It means during this time.
Very true. Now here's a simple trick to remember. Use simple present for habits and facts. Use present continuous for now and current actions. Let's compare. I eat dinner at 7. This is what I usually do. I'm eating dinner now. I'm doing it right now.
So beautiful, right? It's like learning to tell time with words. And friends, I hope you're beginning to feel how powerful this is. Tenses are not just grammar rules. They are tools to help you share your life with others.
Yes, they help you talk about your past, describe your present, and dream about your future. And just like any tool, the more you use them, the better you become.
So let's now explore how we talk about the past, things that already happened. This is where the simple past tense comes in. It's one of the most used tenses in English, especially when we tell stories or talk about what we did yesterday, last week, or even 5 minutes ago. For example, I watched a movie last night. She visited her grandmother yesterday. They studied hard for the test. When something is finished, and it happened before now, we use the simple past.
And Agnes, one of the most interesting things about the simple past is how the verb changes. For regular verbs, we just add ed to the end. So play becomes played, work becomes worked, clean becomes cleaned. But, and this is important, not all verbs follow that rule. Some are irregular, and they change in a different way, like go becomes went, eat becomes ate, take becomes took. These irregular verbs are very common, so learners need to spend some time with them.
Yes. And here are a few more examples to help our friends listening. I went to the park. She ate an apple. We took a taxi. Double quotes now. How do you know if a verb is irregular? Well, the best way is practice, practice, and more practice. You can learn them by reading stories, listening to people speak, or using flashcards.
That's the key, regular use. And let's give our listeners a tip. If you're not sure about the past form of a verb, try looking it up in a list of irregular verbs. There are many lists online, and they can really help. Now, we've talked about past actions that are finished. But what if we want to describe ongoing actions in the past? For that, we have the past continuous tense.
Yes, the past continuous is perfect when we want to say that something was happening at a certain time in the past. For example, I was reading at 8 p.m. She was cooking when I arrived. They were playing football all afternoon. It shows that the action was in progress at that moment.
To make this tense, we use was, were plus verb plus ing, so it's easy if you remember. I was working, you were sleeping, he was watching TV, they were studying, and here's a fun tip. We often use the past continuous together with the simple past. For example, she was cooking. When the phone rang, that shows something was happening, and then something else interrupted it.
Exactly. So if you say, I was walking to school when it started raining, it paints a clearer picture in the listener's mind. That's why this tense is great for storytelling. Now, Jasper. After learning how to talk about the past and the present, I know many of our listeners are curious about one thing. How do we talk about the future?
Yes, the future. It's a big topic because the future hasn't happened yet, but we still need to talk about it. And English has several ways to talk about the future. Let's start with the most basic one, using will. For example, I will call you tomorrow. She will travel next week. We will study tonight. It's simple and clear. Use will plus base verb to talk about what you plan to do or what you think will happen.
And that's not all. We can also use going to talk about the future, especially for things we have already decided or things that are about to happen. Like, I'm going to visit my friend this weekend. It's going to rain today. They're going to play football after school. So in English, when we speak about the future, we often choose between will and going to based on what we mean.
That's so helpful. And here's another future form we use, present continuous for future plans. For example, I'm meeting my teacher tomorrow. She is flying to Paris next Monday. We are having dinner with our cousins tonight. So you see, English gives us many beautiful ways to talk about tomorrow and beyond. Each one gives a different feeling and helps us be more clear.
So now, our friends listening have learned how to speak about the present, the past, and the future. That's amazing because these tenses are really the heart of all English sentences.
Yes. And remember, it's not about being perfect. It's about trying, practicing, and using what you know. Bit by bit, your grammar gets better, and your speaking becomes more natural.
Yes, Jasper, that's so true. Learning tenses is like learning the rhythm of English. Once you understand the timing, present, past, future, you can express yourself in any situation. And here's a secret for everyone listening. Even native speakers sometimes make mistakes. The goal isn't to speak perfectly, but to speak with confidence and clarity.
Exactly, and let's quickly go over the main tenses we talked about today, just to help our listeners review. So, first we had the present simple, used for facts, habits, and routines. Like, I play football, she drinks tea, they go to school. Then we looked at the present, continuous, which tells us what is happening right now, like, I am talking, you're listening, they are learning English.
Then we moved to the past simple, used for finished actions. We learned about regular verbs like worked and played, and irregular verbs like went and ate. Then came the past continuous, which is great for describing actions that were happening in the past. Like, she was cooking, I was reading, they were playing.
And finally, we reached the future tenses. We can use will for things we plan to do. I will study, he will call, they will travel. We can use going to for future plans or things that are sure to happen. She's going to buy a book. It's going to rain. And we even use the present continuous for fixed future events. I'm meeting my friend tomorrow.
You know what's beautiful about English grammar? It gives you tools like tenses, so you can share your life, your ideas, and your stories. It gives you a voice. When you know how to talk about the past, present, and future, you can talk about anything. That's power.
That's the heart of why we made this podcast, to help you, our listener, feel more confident using English every day. And to all our amazing learners out there, we see you, we hear you, and we are so proud of how hard you are working. Every time you practice a tense, every time you speak a sentence, you're getting better.
Yes, and we truly want to say thank you. Thank you for listening, for learning with us, and for trusting us to guide you. It means so much. Keep practicing. Don't give up. You are doing something wonderful, learning a new language.
And remember, grammar is not just rules. It's the way we connect, share, and understand each other. So use it with joy.
From both of us, thank you so much for being here today.
We hope you enjoyed this episode about English tenses.
Take care. Keep smiling.
And goodbye.
Goodbye.